Physiotherapy is set up to fail. Physio exercises don't work. People that go and get physiotherapy stay in pain for decades. This is why the system is completely set up to fail. And that is not for a lack of good physiotherapists. Just the system in which they're operating in is set up for them to completely fail every single time. Number one, a physiotherapist is massively time deprived. They have back-to-back consultations from 9 till 5, maybe half an hour or 45-minute slots. You come in, explain your life story, they do some joint checks, they will give you the best exercises, and they'll send you on your way, right? That's typically how a physiotherapist consultation is going to go. However, they know deep down that you probably don't believe the exercises in which they recommended are going to work. They know deep down that you are not going to do the exercises. And deep down, they know that your personal standards are so low that even if you did do the exercises, it wouldn't make much of a difference anyway. And the next thing, they know that you're just trying to get free surgery. So there's like a disconnect in standards. Most people that go and see physiotherapists for help are people that are reactive and the people that have low personal standards, people that are obese, people that don't even train, they don't even have any ambition of ever developing their physical capabilities. So if they don't have any ambition to develop their physical capabilities, why all of a sudden would a physiotherapist believe that they are just going to start now doing these exercises? So there's a disconnect, a massive disconnect in the consultation. And that assumes that you've actually just found a really good physiotherapist. Because let's be honest, every time I've went to a physiotherapist, I've been diagnosed with weak glutes and tight hip flexors and tight hamstrings for a shoulder injury. Like, assuming you find a diamond in the rough, right? That gives you good exercises, good tactics to move forward. They can't be brutally honest with you, enough so to actually solve the root cause issue. And the root cause issue isn't for a lack of knowledge or tactics. You know where the pain is. You can Google where the pain is, and you can find an exercise to increase the strength to where the pain is and the capacity to get rid of the pain. You can YouTube it. You can use AI. There is not a lack of knowledge. There is not a lack of tactics. So the physiotherapist that is guiding this knowledge and tactics isn't the problem. The problem is you regularly executing these tactics. It's not happening. You don't believe it's going to work. You're not optimistic about the future. You do not care about developing your physical capabilities. You are not going to use this as a wake-up call and a warning to raise your personal standards, which then transcends into every area of your life. Your shoulders, your knees, your elbows, your lower back. Most people that go and see a physiotherapist have zero interest in developing their physical capabilities. So why would they all of a sudden randomly start now? They're obese, they have knee pain, they're taking painkillers. They're going to get no results from it anyway. It's sad because the system that is set up around some good physiotherapists, it's set up for them to fail. They actually, listen, there is more money to be made by the system being set up to fail. If they successfully solved your issue, right, they guided you and coached you through this issue, you wouldn't go back to them. It wouldn't be reoccurring revenue. And this is where the physiotherapist model actually is extremely profitable. But another thing you have to think about with physiotherapists as well, they are like doctors of injuries, right? They're not necessarily, personal trainers or strength coaches. They might not have a lot of experience in the gym or a lot of experience giving you motivation in executing the development of your physical capabilities, they might not be that inspiring. They might be a little bit boring. Do you know what I mean? And you might find that with people in the clinical space. And that, again, it's not their fault. However, if they're a physio, they probably should be training. But again, it's all about finding the diamond in the rough. The whole overarching point that I need to make here, right, is blaming somebody else for your problems. Oh, he's a bad physio, he didn't really help me with my lower back. Or blaming a bad chiropractor. All of this is a pattern. You're blaming things external to yourself for your issues. This will never work, and you will never make progress if this is your current mindset. You have to look in the mirror. Even if it pains you to look in the mirror, you need to look at yourself and think, what have I done to develop the capacity of these areas over the past few months, over the past few years? What have I done to my body from a nutritional standpoint for the past few months, past few years? Because until you have that level of courage to look in the fucking mirror, you will never make these improvements. And this is the stuff that a physio will not tell you. They will not tell you that. They will give you a resistance band and be all polite about it. They have to be, or they get the fucking sack.